That said, colleagues, there was a matter before I close the meeting. There was a matter that arose during the first session, which we had this morning. The matter that was raised by our colleague from Nigeria, Senator Natasha, and because all of us heard what she said, and it only serves us better if I put a word in what she has said. So I would like to say we have heard her concerns, and having heard her, it would have been an opportunity for all of us to understand more about what she has said. But because we listened only on her side, as an institution, as IPU, we will be taking the concerns that have been raised, not only taking her side, but also giving a chance to listen to the other side, as it is a custom for IPU. And after having listened to the other side, we will take steps as necessary. So I thought it was necessary for us to say a word about it and then be able to take it further. Excuse me? I'm still getting there. Thank you. So I thought I should let you members, before we think because she said something different from what the contributions were. So we have taken care of, we have taken the concerns that she raised, and we will be working on them, of course, having listened to the other side, and we will be able to take steps after that. I also recognize the fact that our Nigerian delegate who is here had requested the floor, Honorable Kafilat, but because of time, she wasn't given a chance to speak. But, like I said, we have heard the concerns that have been raised by Senator Natasha, but at the same time, we have taken cognizance of the fact that you would have wished to address us, but time wasn't enough to give you a chance to do that. And that said, IPU will be taking this matter as we usually do when such concerns are raised in meetings like this. So I thought members shouldn't go back home and feel like, yeah, Senator Natasha raised an...
All right, so Senator Natasha Akpabio, you are making a big mistake and you are taking a wrong move. Whoever is advising you is just lying to you. You need people that will tell you the truth. You need strategists around you. So I just watched a video where Senator Natasha Akpabio have taken the matter that is going on between herself, the Nigerian Senate, and the Senate President Akpabio to the United Nations to go and report. According to her, that she's being oppressed and there is abuse of power in play. Now, while I commend Senator Natasha for standing up for herself and also being an inspiration to the girl child around the world, telling them that, hey, stand up for yourself no matter what. At the end of the day, I'll still tell you the truth. You are chasing shadows. Because this United Nations you went to report now, they cannot do anything. I don't know if you are thinking that, hey, if you go there, there will someone go to Akpabio and they will tell the Nigerian Senate to reinstate your seats. And they can't. They have no power to do that. Or maybe they'll come put a travel ban on Akpabio. They cannot do him anything. Because their power limits them to a lot of things. The only way they can talk about a country or come into a country is when that country is a threat to international peace. That's when they can say, okay, yes, this country now is a threat to... They deal with international countries on peace majorly. Now, let me give you an example why they cannot do anything. When Boko Haram, they buy people for Nigeria, bomb here, bomb there, carry Chibok girls. The United Nations don't do anything. You know why? Because Boko Haram is not a threat to international peace. It's a threat to the peace of Nigeria. So they come out their hand, concern them. Nigerian government face your problem. The highest thing they did was to send aid, food aid, medical aid and all that to the people of Borno. That's the highest they can do. So this one that you are going to that place to go and do, they cannot do anything. And let me tell you what is crazy. Even if they now pick interest in this case, and they now summon Godswill Akpabio, it will still not go and nothing will happen. Because their power cannot override the power of the Nigerian Senate. Again, if you go look at the weakness of the United Nations, you will see enforcement is one of their weaknesses. Do you understand? Now, Senator Natasha, Another mistake you are making is this, right? You don't have a team that planned this whole thing. You are a politician. Act like a politician. You are a politician. Act like a politician. You see, when you do Rome, you act like Roman. Normally, you are right. Senator Akpabio is supposed to recuse himself from that seat and submit himself to the Senate committee. But this is Nigeria. This is Nigeria. And that is why you need to act like a politician. You know the time where you're supposed to strike these people? You know the time where you're supposed to carry this matter come up? 2027 election. APC go to look for good name. You go hit them with this one. People will start seeing reasons why, we're not supposed to vote for APC again, no. They step on people's rights. And I will tell you for free that a lot of people don't like Godswill Akpabio. I will tell you for free, a lot of Nigerians don't like him. So it would have been to your advantage in 2027, mad advantage. But see, when they bring this matter up now, before 2027, you don't go. People don't even forget. People don't forget. You for take this thing, you for use them to your advantage in 2027. Now, let's say now they can summon you now to let's say, okay, let's imagine now, even though it's not going to happen, let's imagine that they carry it off now, go United Nations. Do you know what it means? Do you know what it takes to establish sexual harassment, especially this type that you are claiming? This your own, no be say you talk, say, he forced himself on you, now 2 of na did there. You say your husband did there, some people did there. He can't hold your hand. He can't tell you 1 or 2 things. Senator Natasha, I no go lie for you. This is your experience. They will want to see beyond your experience in order to establish this sexual harassment where you talk. They will want to see beyond your own eyes, beyond your own experience. Then you have to prove, give them good evidence that links this story up to make them believe that, yes, Senator Akpabio actually sexually harassed you. It's just me telling you the truth. If I wait till 2027, knock them. If I play politics. But now you are going about this the wrong way. The people you are running to cannot help you. I was saying you go ECOWAS, but I will understand why you will not go to ECOWAS, because ECOWAS was the closest you would have gone to. But stop. Apparently, Tinubu is president of ECOWAS. I don't know if they don't remove him, but the last time I checked, it was the president of the ECOWAS, APC president, as the president of the ECOWAS. So I can understand. But you see this UN where you go, they cannot do anything. They cannot enforce anything. They cannot command them. They cannot command Nigerians. They cannot tell them. They can't. But again, you are a warrior. You are a warrior. And I commend you for standing up. And to all the girl child in Nigeria, to all the women in Nigeria, Senator Natasha is a role model. I like the fact that she's standing up for herself, even though she knows that these people are powerful. They are more influential than her. But she's still standing up to say her own experience. Me, I no get right to say whether she did talk through, whether she did lie. I don't know, I know did here. But for me to know whether she did talk through, she needs to show me things where go beyond what she did talk. And to the Nigerian Senate, the truth is that Senator Akpabio is supposed to recuse himself and submit himself to the committee. So that we will know who they lie and who they talk true. Then the person where they lie, they'll come give a penalty. Then let everybody know say this person they lie. But I understand why a lot of Senate cannot talk. Because 2027, they need to be re-elected. They need to, some people say, now the states, they select one person to go represent them for Senate. Yes. But you see all these Senates where we know for Nigeria, they can do and undo. That's why you need to play their own games with them. Shout out to you, Senator Natasha. Shout out to you 100%. But please, play politics. Because all these moves you are making now will not do anything. I'm just being honest with you. Peace and love, don't play. If you play, go and learn. No, you wouldn't learn. I like you. Don't play.
You see this woman. You see this woman called Natasha Akpoti. I hope that at the end of the day, every Nigerian and the entire world will come to know that she is nothing more than a pathological liar and a blackmailer. And I'm going to explain to you why. I said this woman is nothing more than a pathological liar and a blackmailer. So, Natasha Apoti, the suspended lawmaker of Kogi Central, have taken her case of sexual harassment against the Senate President Godwill Akpabio to the Interparliamentary Union meeting at the United Nations in New York. And I don't have a problem with her taking her case to the Interparliamentary Union meeting. The only problem I have with her is what she said to the parliament when she got there. And before I say what I want to say on her taking her case there, I want you to listen to what she said, exactly as she said it to the Interparliament at the United Nations. Then you hear what I want to say about it. Now listen to her.
I come with a heavy heart from Nigeria, but first I'd like to apologize to Honorable Kafila Obara. I am not here to bring shame to our country. I'm here to seek help for the women of Nigeria. Again, my name is Senator Natasha Akpabio. 5 days ago, on the 6th of March 2025, I was suspended. As a senator, I was suspended illegally because I submitted a petition of sexual harassment against the President of the Nigerian Senate, Senator Godwill Akpabio. I thought that by submitting the petition, he would recuse himself, and both of us will submit ourselves to the Committee on Ethics, Privileges and Public Petition for a fair and transparent investigation. But unfortunately, I was silenced and I was suspended. I was suspended for 6 months amongst...
You have heard her right. In case you do not get her very well, let me repeat what she just said. She said, and I quote, 5 days ago, on the 6th of March, I was suspended illegally as a senator because I submitted a petition of sexual harassment against the Senate President. I thought that by submitting the petition, he will excuse himself and both of us will submit ourselves to the Committee on Ethics, Privileges and Public Petition for a fair and transparent investigation. This is what she said at the Interparliamentary Union meeting at the United Nations yesterday. And the question I want to ask you Nigerians is that the reason this woman was suspended? Was she suspended because she submitted a petition of sexual harassment against Akpabio? Why was she lying? I don't have a problem with her with taking her case anywhere. Take your case anywhere if you want. But say the truth why you were suspended. Why was she lying? You and I know why she was suspended. Why was she lying? Please. I hope the Interparliament will go through the letter of her suspension to see what was written there for the cause of her suspension. That is not the reason. This woman is lying. Lying. In case if you don't know why she was suspended, let's go to the news so that we can read it all along and you will know that this woman is not just a liar and a pathological blackmailer. She's also a sponsor. Let's go to the news. So I want us to go to the news. I'm looking for Prime Minister. Okay, see the news here. On Premium Times. See the headline. Okay, now look, this is the headline. Senate suspend Natasha Akpabio for 6 months. Senate suspend Natasha Akpabio for 6 months. The body of the news says, the Senate unturned the suspended Kogi Central Senator Natasha Akpabio for 6 months over alleged misconduct and refusal to comply with the chamber sitting arrangement during the plenary session on 20th February. Listen again. Senate on Thursday suspend Kogi Central Senator Natasha Akpabio for 6 months over alleged misconduct and refusal to comply with the chamber sitting arrangement during the plenary session on 28th February. The upper chamber, however, said if Mrs. Apoti Uduaghan submit a written apology, the leadership of the chamber may consider lifting the suspension before the 6-month period expires. Now, let me explain something to you that most of you don't know. If you go to the National Assembly, both the upper chamber and the lower chamber, every lawmaker has his own seat. So, if you are not on your official seat and they are discussing on something, you cannot contribute until you return to your official seat. And on this fateful day, Natasha's seat was changed because even her committee was changed prior to that day. So she refused to go to her new seat. She insisted and sat on her old seat. You understand? So while they were discussing, she raised up her hand to make a contribution, and her point of order was overruled by the Senate President because she was not on her official seat. You understand? So instead of her to return to her seat so that she can raise her hand to contribute, she insisted and she started shouting in the Senate. Then at the end of the day, she accused the Senate President of sidelining her opinion in the Senate because she refused to sleep with him. That was all the drama. You understand? Even if it was true the Senate President wanted to knock her, the truth was that she disobeyed the sitting arrangement on that particular day. Then when she was corrected, all the allegation came up. That was the reason. And if you research back, you can see some videos that the Senate President, the current Senate President, had a similar experience. When Saraki was the Senate President, he stood up to speak. It wasn't on his seat, and Saraki refused to honor his point of order that until he returned to his seat before he would be given a chance to speak. But Akpabio do not accuse anybody of anything that day. Why is this woman's case is a different thing? I hope with this, all of you can believe me that this woman is not just a blackmailer, she's a sponsor. And I believe by the help of God, she will fare free. Thanks for watching, and do well to follow this channel for more.